concert last night? Did you get to see Full Metal Fantasy? Good, I'm glad. Thank you. No, that is an awesome question. You know what? She asked, you heard her, right? I didn't know if she was loud enough on the speaker, but she, this is really interesting because some of the people at Funimation were kind of worried that the Japanese that owned Full Metal Alchemist might be kind of mad at me for making the little live action thing that I did. And I was thinking, well, why would they be mad? I mean, it's kind of flattering, you know, that somebody would spend, that a voice actor would spend all of this time and his own money and put a lot of work into making something like this because he loves their show. Shh. So I made this thing, and Funimation was worried that the Japanese might not like it, and I should be mad. Well, I got a message from someone in Square Enix. I met a couple of people from Square Enix at a convention, and I got an email one day from a guy who said, hey Vic, I don't know if you remember me, and he said his name, and he said, I am going to Tokyo next week to meet with Arakawa Sensei. That's Hiromo Arakawa, who created Full Metal Alchemist. He said, Arakawa Sensei has heard of your live-action movie and would like to see it. Will you send me? Yeah, see that? There, yeah. It may be the battery dying. Well, that's, see now, if you hear it now, it's kind of cloudy and not quite as strong. I don't know if it's in the speaker system or what. Can we try another mic? And that one kind of, it went kind of, check, 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 check. Da, 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 da. Is that any better? Check one. Yeah, that's better. Thanks, bro. Maybe brighten it up just a little bit. Okay, we'll get it in a second. But so he asked me, would you brighten it up a little bit for me, Chris? He asked me if I would make him a DVD and send it to him so he could show it to Arakawa Sensei. And so I did. And of course I was kind of nervous about that. Well, several weeks went by, and I got my mail one day, and there was this huge box on my porch. And I looked at it, and it said, Square Enix Japan. Sweet. What is it? And so, I'll bet it's the speaker. I'll bet it's this speaker. So I opened it up, and there were all of these, yeah, it's definitely the speaker over there. It's not as bright, it's not a solid connection. Sorry, I'm talking tech here. So I opened it, and there were like there's Full Metal Alchemist swag in this box that I'd never seen in my life before. I mean, like, there was an Edward Elric cuckoo clock. It had his little angry bean face and was going back and forth. There was a Roy and Ed tea set. There was a Full Metal Alchemist calculator. And I mean, stuff that you guys, I go to a lot of conventions and I go in the dealer's room and I look around at cool stuff. These were things I'd never seen before at any dealer room. And so I'm going through this thing and this is the coolest thing ever, right? And I pull it out, new thing. I get to the part. I get to the very bottom. I get to the very bottom. I get to the very bottom. Hear it? And I get to the very bottom. I get to the very bottom. I get to the very bottom. And there's a manila envelope. And I open up this manila envelope. You ready? There was an original, one-of-a-kind color drawing of Ed. Going like this. And written on the drawing, it said, to Vic, quote, Ed, I loved your movie. And it was signed Hiromo Arakawa, the mangaka of Full Metal Alchemist. So, is that on the Rangers website? I scanned the picture and put it up because it's just beautiful, you know. I mean, what a gift, what a privilege. What's the question? Sure.
Okay, the host club has a question for you, and we reprise if you get it right.
No.
Okay, so. Okay, when the M5 was in the control of the Enterprise, what was the name of the 5 ships that went down?
Well, that's not fair, but I know it. Do you know them? The Lexington, the Excalibur, the Potomac, the Hood, and Potemkin. Boom! Boom! You made them? Well, I'll go you one better. What was the name of the episode?
He didn't tell.
The Ultimate Computer. What was the name of the guy that created the M5? Dr. Richard Daystrom. Boom! Who is commanding the Lexington? Colonel Wesley. Boom!
What's William Shatner's middle name?
Cookie. Thank you, guys. I love you. Hey, the cookies will be at my autograph session, so if you see one, you may take one. 5 minutes, you're kidding. Really? I show 10 till. Do I? What? 8 minutes? 8 minutes? 10 minutes? 9? Okay, where are we leaving? We were here. Wait a minute. Yes.
How tall are you?
I'm tall enough. I'm 5'10".
With shoes?
Of course, with these boots, I'm 6'4". No. Yes. Jason.
What aspects of Brotherhood do you prefer over the original full-time series?
Wow, that's a great question. And this speaker's clearing in. Awesome. Did you hear that? What elements of Brotherhood do I like or prefer over the original? Holy moly. Well, let me tell you this. First of all, let me address something that maybe someone may want to ask about. Yes, it is true, Aaron is not playing Al. Don't tell me this is a surprise to you.
What?
Aaron's voice is now lower than mine. So it was physically impossible. Yeah, he hit puberty. And, you know, he's growing up, and he's really tall and really thin and low voice, and he doesn't sound like Al anymore. That's unfortunate because it's very unfortunate because we love Aaron, and he was a great Al, and he will always be my dear brother Al. I love Aaron. I love Aaron as if he were my own flesh and blood little brother. However, he physically couldn't do it. So I will tell you this though. The girl that is playing Al, that they've cast, and they worked hard to find somebody who could do this. And the girl that's doing it, Maxie Whitehead is her name. She is absolutely amazing. She sounds so much like Aaron. I mean, there have been times when I was recording scenes with Al, and she had already recorded Al's lines, and I'm doing the scene, and for a minute I forgot that it wasn't Aaron. She's really good, so you guys, you'll be very pleased. Having said that, I don't know enough, Jason, I don't know enough about Brotherhood to make that kind of a judgment. What I will say is, as I said before, I'm really excited to be doing new stories. I'm really excited to see the story take a different turn. I've heard there are some amazing plot twists and things going on in Brotherhood. In fact, on the flight up yesterday, Travis and I were sitting beside each other on Thursday evening, and Travis was like, "You've been watching Brotherhood?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, oh, dude. He's been watching, and like he said, there are some really cool things that are happening. So I'm just as excited to find out what they are as anyone else is. In fact, that would be a great question on the other end of the show once we finish recording the show. Thanks for the question. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with Brotherhood.